Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Derick. I'm a front-end engineer based out of Los Angeles, and today I'm continuing my series I've dubbed Method Mondays, where I go over every single array method there is in JavaScript. And next up on the list for today, we're taking a look at every. So let's just hop right into our editor and get right into it. All right, so the every method tests whether all elements in an array pass a given condition and simply returns true or false. So pretty straightforward. It immediately stops checking once it finds an element that doesn't satisfy the condition. And as stated in the first line, it simply returns a Boolean, so true or false, never the elements themselves. And something to keep in mind, if used on an empty array, it will always return true. So let's look at our first example and let's check if all numbers are positive. We've got const numbers here, it's just an array of numbers. Let's create a variable, we'll just call it all positive. And we'll assign this to numbers. And we're gonna hit numbers with our every method. This takes a callback function, but I'm just gonna use the concise syntax and just write this cleanly all on one line. We're dealing with our array called numbers here. So in numbers, for every num, just have the implicit return and return num if it is greater than 0. Now let's log all positive to the console and see what we get. And nice, we get true because every number in our array, they're all positive. Let's make 12 negative though and see what we get. Yeah, we're gonna get false because it does not satisfy the condition. So that's the every method with numbers. Now let's take a look at it with strings. And let's ensure all names are longer than 3 characters. So let's say we have const names here. It's just an array of strings of names. We'll give ourselves a variable here. We'll just call it valid names. And that will equal names. Hit it with our every method, and we'll do another concise body shorthand function to give us an implicit return. So in names, for every name, return us the name's length, but only if it is greater than 3. Let's log valid names to the console, and we're of course gonna get false. And that's because of our boy Sam here. His name is in fact exactly 3 characters long. But if it was Sammy, that's gonna give us true because now it does satisfy the condition. Every name in our names array is greater than 3 characters long. So that's every with an array of strings. So now let's work with objects in an array, and we're gonna check if a product is in stock. We have our array of products here. We got a laptop, a mouse, and a keyboard. They're all in stock. But if, for example, we're querying a database and we can't see the array, this is where every would come in handy. So let's give ourselves a variable. We'll just call this all in stock. And we're gonna set that to our products. Hit it with our every method. We're gonna give ourselves another concise function here that's just going to implicitly return something. We'll just call this product. And for every product in products, return us the products in stock key, or whatever the value is of in stock. Let's log this to the console. And we get true because the value of the in stock key in each of our objects in our products array is set to true. And of course, if we make one of these false, as expected, we'll get false because again, it does not satisfy the condition. And that's gonna do it for every. So devs, if you found this helpful, definitely like this video. I will link the code down in the description, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.